What's going on, everybody? So you find yourself wanting to know everything about the Triumph Tiger 660. Well, convenient, because you guys see this building behind me? That is Triumph's headquarters here in Atlanta, Georgia. We just picked up these two Tiger 660s. We're gonna have them in the shop for a few weeks as loaner bikes, and in today's video, we're gonna tell you guys everything you need to know about these things. But first, we gotta get them back to the shop and make them look pretty. So we're gonna go on a quick little ride, and then we will get into everything you need to know by the end of this video. So guys, we just got back to the shop, and first things first, I gotta say this little Tiger Sport 660 is a fun little skiff. Not too bad on the interstate, but I think smaller highways is where this sport tour would really shine. You know, less traffic, big rigs, and the dirty air that comes off of all of that. So guys, something we didn't even realize during the pickup process is that we were lucky enough to receive Tigers in contrasting palettes. One in this rich lucerne blue, and the other in a brilliant corrosive red, which by no surprise is my favorite. Not really a super big deal for most of you, but for us former art majors, it's super pleasing to the eye. But this isn't everything you need to know about me. This is everything you need to know about the Tiger 660. So let's get into it. First off, this Volta Sport Tour can be had for around $9,500, and that gets you a fairly standard offering of two ride modes: traction control, ABS, preload adjustable rear suspension. Like I said, nothing out of the ordinary and a solid building block. But I want to stop for a second and point out the last phrase: building block. The Tiger Sport 660 out of the box is like a delivery. You know, noodles, hoagie rolls, pancakes, all good on their own, but infinitely better when you build them to taste. Now, if we're gonna be selfish and build one of these for ourselves, we are definitely gonna spring for the 3 bags like we have here on the blue one, as well as the Triumph Shift Assister, as well as the connectivity module. Although you don't technically need them to hit the road, they would just make trips for us a little more enjoyable. With a seat height of just under 33 inches, initially the Tiger Sport 660 is not really approachable to all riders, but thankfully Triumph has you covered with a low seat option that'll drop you 1 inch closer to the ground. Also in the way of seats, if you're lacking in the junk-filled trunk department, they have you covered with a comfort seat. Sadly, no heated seat option, but there are heated grips, which Triumph always seems to execute well. No cycling of heat, 3 settings: toasted, roasted, and fried, with a plug-and-play setup. Bit of a bummer they aren't controlled through the TFT dash, but the push button built into the clutch side grip isn't bad. Now, when you do interact with these stock controls though, you'll know when you hit a button. For just a quick and dirty, go grab a PlayStation controller. Seriously, go grab a controller. PS1, 2, 5, doesn't even matter. Yes, an Xbox controller will also suffice. Okay, now, press any of the 4 shapes or letters under your right thumb. You feel that reaction? The first hit or soft pop at the beginning of the travel, and then all the way downhill from there. Now scale that up to a less soft pop and add a little bit of texture to the travel. Congratulations, you now know what it's like to interact with the Tiger Sport 660's controls. But just fact check us and feel free to head to your local Triumph dealer and decide for yourself after this video, because we need to talk about the TFT Dash. You guys know me, I am team TFT Dash all the way. We are well beyond this era of standard screen, and this Triumph, this one knows what's up. Now just in front of that dash is an adjustable windscreen with about 3 to 4 inches of rise, and even though it has a smaller form factor than what you would typically find, it does a great job of deflecting air at center mass. However, reports do show that producer Trey had his windscreen too high and experienced the bobblehead effect until he lowered it again. So spend some time with this feature and find out what's right for you. What else is there? Triumph offers fog lights, you know, for that rally look.
I'm sorry, did you say rally?
No, I said rally look.
I just want my Tiger 900 rally. That's...
I know, Bo. I know. It'll be here one day. Speaking of rally, though...
I'm sorry, rally?
No, well, yes, but no. Speaking of certain group-style endurance racing activities, this isn't the bike for the job with cast wheels and all. The only type of group style endurance racing events the Tiger 660 would excel at is mostly on paved roads. However, I'm sure pairing the Tiger Sport with a 80/20 tire could get you down the occasional gravel road. Right out the box though, the Tiger Sport 660 comes from the factory with some of the top rated rubber available, the Michelin Road 5S. If it tells you anything about these tires, they are what we chose to put on our CBR 1000 build for WBR Garage, and that bike needs all the help it can get putting the power to the ground. So 79 horsepower and 47 foot-pounds of torque is what you can expect from this inline 3, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you compare it to the rest of the bikes in the segment, you'll realize you're actually out in front. Also, something to note, Triumph's 660cc inline 3 is super balanced. From idle all the way to the high end of the RPM range, there's not a whole lot of drama with this engine. 'Tis like glass. Now I know this bike is advertised as a tourer, and it is. I could easily take this bike out for a full week and inadvertently crush some huge miles, but before you pull the trigger, know that this Tiger Sport 660 is a tourer with a lowercase t. Not the tourer you have in mind when you run your mental Google search, but not something you pass over when it appears, and definitely a rabbit hole you don't regret traversing. So guys, I hope this video has been informative for you all, and at the very least entertaining, because it was for us. We don't have these Tiger Sport 660s for long, so we may not get to use them to their full extent of our heart's desires, but you know, if you leave enough comments, Triumph might not be able to look the other way. And as always guys, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, and for more two-wheel content, consider subscribing. I'm Chase, this is Chase on Two Wheels, and we'll see you on the next one. Outro crew, I know these aren't the bikes that sparked the inception of Adventure Bros, but what do you guys think? Adventure Bros side quest. Where to? The Cherahalla, Blue Ridge Parkway, or should we head south? Let us know in the comments down below. We'll see you on the next one. Make sure to put OC in your comment because we love you guys a little bit longer because you made it to the end of the video. Tell Bo where we should go.
ADV first, then side quest second.
I like my side quest first, you know what I'm saying? I like to get a little experience before. I'd like a little bit of experience before the main quest. And we'll see you guys in the next one.